everyone, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie and this is Saturday Solutions. This is not a political reading, it is a spiritual reading. It's to hopefully help us find some inspiration to continue on in our moment-to-moment daily life as things become more and more complicated. And they're going to be more complicated. We get a chance to catch our breath now. Maybe we can all have a little bit of some summer. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see what these cards say. I have a little bit of housekeeping first. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. I love it that you come here and found me. I hope you like the reading that I'm going to give. That it gives you some inspiration and a little bit of calm in what you're going through in your personal life, because these cards are so filled with images. I hope, I know you will see things that pertain to you that I won't see, because I can't see through your eyes and I'm not walking your path with you. So, if you would like to subscribe, you know the deal. Hit the subscribe button, tap the all bell, and if it really did help you, this reading, will you please also share the reading with someone else, someone that you think it might help. Now, the last and most important thing, well, that's all important too. Kevin, the healing medium, thank you so much for Thursday night. The Lightworkers Roundtable was a lot of fun. I enjoyed our discussion, our talk about being our authentic selves, and you making an announcement for your channel. Very honored that you did that on my channel. It's exciting. Thank you very much. You are such a gentleman and so complimentary. You are welcome on my channel anytime. I mean, it's wide open invitation. Dude, show up in the chat and say, hi, I'm here. Can we yak? And you got the link, okay? So thank you, Kevin. Now, we need to start this reading. And as always, this is for fun. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is not meant to be a specific guide for you or me or anybody else. It just might help you though. Okay? Let's see what these cards have to say. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is, what is our current situation? And these cards that I'm using for that are the Mystical Shaman deck by Colette Baron Reed. You recognize this deck. A lot of readers use this deck because the images are so powerful. Ooh, and the cards are big, and that one just jumped right out. We got 2 cards. Wow. Okay. So we get to start out with 2 cards for our situation right now. First card. The Earth. I don't know about you, but it's sure hot. Huh? Yeah, this is our current situation from coast to coast. It's overly warm. overly warm. To me, the light, this right here, that all looks like, heat rising, that mirage effect. I see it often driving in the desert. You see it on the highway. You see it on the road, on a really straight stretch of road. It looked like there's a river or something going across the road. No, it's just a mirage. It's the heat rising off of the pavement. Look at those eyes. She's trying to talk to us here. This symbol here is kind of a symbol of the heart. It's also her third eye. Piercing blue eyes. She's reaching out. She's saying, please don't make me do this to you. I don't want to do this to you. I love you. Please wake up. Don't make me do this to you. I've always thought that the earth, has the power to look at us like we're a parasite or a virus. And she will do what she needs to do to survive. We don't start taking care of her and paying attention. She will do what she needs to survive. And it won't be a top priority for us, because it'll be too late. Wow. Holy crap. Got the same symbol in the center too. 4 directions. This is an 8 card, which on its side is infinity. It is also accomplishments, action, and mastery. We're mastering what our journeys are right now. We're working on being masters at this. Because those of us coming up behind us that haven't been born yet are going to need to hear about what we're going through and not let it be forgotten or brushed over or drop the ball anymore. It's up to us as the people, not our governments. It's up to us as the people to let the government know what we want done. They work for us. And they've gotten in this idea that it's the other way around. These big money people, their money wouldn't last very long because of the way they spend it if they didn't have workers to make the products and the rest of us buying them. So that we have so much massive, huge garbage in the air and all that. Yeah. That's where we are. That is definitely our current situation, and it kind of reaches in a little bit into the political aspect with the EPA, the Supreme Court ruling on clean air and stuff with the EPA recently. So, here's our second card. 8 card. The 9 card. This is a very telling and powerful card. This card is talking about the elements, the 4 directions. It is talking about, look at this. Earth's third eye is in the center here. That's where we're working at. I mean, we're looking at completion. I don't know if it's because it's the completion of today, this month, or if it's the completion of the last 5-6 years. We need a little clarification on what are we getting completion on, because that's our current situation, you guys. That's not our hopes for the regulars. This is not the card for our hopes and goals and where we want to be. That is where we are. And this is the whole world. It is in a state of completion. So of course it's appropriate. It comes with the Earth card. It's the end of a cycle. We've been saying that for a long time. Might want to kind of try to keep both of those cards on in the camera shot, Katie. Let's find out, where do we want to be here? If we're currently in a state of completion, where does the world want to be now? Whoa, this is new. Where is it? What is it? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Shamanic Dreams deck, also by Colette Baron Reed. There we go. Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This is where we want to be. We want to be in a position where we can protect the future. We don't want this to ever, ever, ever happen again. Pardon me, Earth, I'm going to move you over. We don't ever want this to happen again, you guys. So yeah, we're in a state of completion. And where we want to be is connected. That's the key. There's 2 keys here. You have a key with a light and a key with a heart. This dragon is connected to the light. See in the center of his tail, which is also the spiral of time. It's connected by the key to its heart being open, and the key that keeps the light on burning as a light worker. We have to hold those keys sacred, because that's the only way we can protect the future. And we can't take our eyes off of it. We have to be careful of how we express it, and we cannot let what has been going on be forgotten. However, that means that you need to do something to make sure that your descendants hear what you are going through right now. So the only way that you can do that is have an open heart and let Spirit talk to you as you let your light out and tell your story. That's where we want to be. We want to be finished with all of this and moved on. A lot of work in between here and here. A lot of work. I have to say this: if we are closing out parts of the system, or systems, or institutions, we got to write new stuff to replace it with, to protect the future, to protect our ideals, morals, and bring back integrity and decency. Yeah, we kind of forgot those two, didn't we? Just simple decency. Being decent with one another. Obviously, we need a map about this work that's going to need to happen between our completion and protecting this future. Oh, and this is the Enchanted Map deck, also by Colette Baron Reed. Beautiful card. The colors are in these cards are very complementary to each other. The greens and the blues and the purples. Whoop. Let's see if we can shuffle. That was kind of a cut the cards kind of shuffle. Hey, and if I don't bump the camera, whoa, that'll be a first. Because I always seem to manage to, I don't know, make you guys seasick for a couple seconds. Whoop, whoop. The cards are just jumping today. Whoa, talking dragon again. It's the end of a cycle. This card is about completion and renewal. But we have to have a time. It's going to be feeling kind of cold while we prepare for the springtime, because with springtime is when the beginning of the new energies and the new cycle. You know, springtime is always the beginning of the next cycle, at least in North America. Interesting. You also notice it in both of these cards, and where we want to be and how we get there. It involves dragon. Dragons are awfully powerful beings. Depends on whether they're a fire dragon, an ice dragon. I mean, hey, Game of Thrones. Or I have a tendency to think there's also a love dragon. I want to think there's a love dragon. And after we've spent time in this dragon's lair, give me that card where you can see it a little bit better. Whoops, hold it up. After we've spent time in this dragon's lair here, The love dragon's going to melt all this ice. The thing that I'm looking at down in here is this thing. And this is the part of the darkness that if you're a light worker, you're being tested by this right here. This is the energy, this is the spirit, entity, being, whatever it is. It's a very low energy being, and it's testing us. Mind your thoughts. Watch the negative tapes. They aren't yours. They're not coming from you. Okay? They're coming, see, I told you. They're coming from the darkness. So this is how we get to have this growth and expression in protecting, by protecting the future. We have to spend time in this dragon's lair before we can spend time in this. Oh my gosh, this is the love dragon. Whoa, thank you. This is the love dragon. Heart, light, ice dragon. Oh my. When this melts, it sets this dragon free. I have to think about that for a minute. So we're at the end of a cycle with Mother Earth because she's tired. We've been abusing her too long. She's telling us, stop. The weather is telling us to stop. Very apparent in this card with the 4 directions and the snake. I'm sorry, I'm having a... Put in the comments if you can remember the name of this snake. The snake that's eating its tail, that's swallowing its tail. I believe it starts with an R. And I'm having a card reading, can't remember the name moment. I apologize. But these 2 cards are so connected to each other. Wow. And so are these 2 cards. What chakra do we have blocked? This is the Kaleidodope Swatches of Chakra deck by Crystal Banner. Find out what chakra we've got that's blocked, you guys. There's such little cards, and there's not a lot of them. I believe there's only like 20 or 22 of them. So they're not hard to shuffle, but they're kind of a trip to shuffle. What chakra do we have blocked? Please help us. Sorry. There was something crawling on my toe. Anyway, ooh, there it is. We'll take that one. Wow, here we go again. Root chakra. We're worried about our finances. I know prices are going up. Prices keep going up, keep going up. I want to point out something to you. And we're talking about inflation and all that. 99% of that is, or 98% of that is price gouging. Taking advantage of the situation. I want to remind you all, our food from the food industry has not been the healthiest for quite some time. Maybe this is Mother Earth's way of saying, hey, stop. Grow your own food. You want to make sure your food is safe. The only way you're going to know that for sure is to grow it yourself. And if you can't, make arrangements with someone who can. People who have a large yard can feed a lot of people. Fresh fruits and vegetables. You know, there's a lot to permaculture. Instead of having our manicured lawns and pretty bushes, flower bushes, and that kind of thing. You're going to grow that kind of stuff, you might as well make it edible. Hey, passion vines are gorgeous. I mean, you ever see a pear tree in bloom? Hey, how about a peach tree? Bright pink flowers. And some flowers that you grow, you can eat, like pansies and nasturtiums, and, yeah, roses. You can eat them, all of those. Go to your county extension agency, even if you live in the city. There is one in your city. Find out if they're offering courses or information pamphlets, whatever, on growing things on your balcony, growing things up a wall, or from a hanging pipe. You can get a big PVC sewer pipe and turn that into a vertical garden. Grow tomato plants, all kinds of things. Can't do that in the winter. But, you know, we're talking what we've got to redo and restructure for the future here to protect the future and calm down the earth. So the root chakra is our center for our physical health, our home, our stability, our survival, our material world, and grounding. When it is balanced, we feel vitally, physically vital. We feel safe and secure. We're trusting, we're patient, and we feel financially secure. So we're more giving and generous. We're connected to nature. And even though those challenges happen, those quote unquote, what some people call mistakes, you persevere through them because you have a strong foundation and you feel healthy and you have a sense of belonging. That's your root, that's your base, that's your core base. That's what all the rest of you is built on. So if that chakra is out of balance, pretty much the rest of them are going to be out of whack. So if you're feeling a lot of negative energy lately, it's those little red eyes down here. Those things. Testing you. So yeah. Instead, we're being told it's out of balance. So that means you have a lack of energy. You know, today I kind of wanted to just thinking, hey, I could just sleep all day. You're feeling insecure. You know, your self-worth is not where it should be. You have a fear of security and safety. That one I don't quite understand. But I guess if it applies to you, you understand what that means. Physical weakness. you have a lot of anger, and you're constantly worried about your money. Can I pay my bills? Can I pay the utilities? Am I going to have enough money to get to work this week? Yeah. Can I pay my rent? So that makes you very anxious, and it makes making decisions hard, so you're indecisive. And then you have a tendency to just kind of hold on to that money because, where am I going to put it first? Can't go everywhere it needs to go, but what part can I put where? I've been robbing from Peter to pay Paul forever. How long am I going to have to keep doing this? I don't know about you, that's been on my mind. I thought that was all going to change. You know, didn't though, did it? Anyway, so you're selfish and you're out of touch with reality. Your own reality. You know your life is good. You have everything that you need. You may not have everything you want, but look at what you have. Look at what you've attained. Look how far you've come. You can keep going. This is not going to overwhelm and stop you. So, the crystals that you could need to use to help with this are jet, very black stone, red jasper, black tourmaline, or onyx. Now I love it because onyx comes in lots of colors besides black. Any of those are pretty easy to get, really. Hey, I live close to Mexico, so onyx is very easy. All you got to do is go to a souvenir store, and there's always an onyx ashtray or a carved little horse or something like that that you can get. And where I live, we have a gem show that's outstanding. So getting onyx is not difficult for me. The affirmations? Hello! They're affirmations. And I want you to tell yourself in the mirror when you are brushing your teeth, or combing your hair, even if that's just to primp and keep going. Tell yourself, I feel safe and secure. I'm grounded and stable. I trust myself. I have everything I need, and my physical needs are abundantly met. The next thing I want to talk to you about with this, because with your root chakra we're talking here, how do you ground yourself? If you would do me a favor, I would love it if you'd tell me in the comments. What do you do to ground yourself? What do you do for a really quick grounding? Now you're going to laugh at me. My brother would laugh me out of the room on this one. I go hug a tree. We were talking about that with Kevin on Thursday. I go hug a tree. Quickest way I can think of to just fully ground yourself immediately, because up that tree bark, on the other side of that tree bark, is constant energy flowing from the earth's core through the roots of that tree up that tree trunk you're hugging. So it's going to go right up through you too. Yeah, that'll ground you. And it'll be like your toes are like part of the roots. It's amazing. This is an interesting reading. Yeah. Let's see what message we have today. A couple decks that I want to use for this today. First one is, of course, the Angels and Ancestors deck. I use this almost every week for a message from Spirit, message from the universe. What message do you have for us, please? Okay, that one jumped out. Every single one of these cards is flown out of my hands. Oh, goodness. I'm hearing loud and clear. This is connecting to what you said about decency and integrity. Stand your ground. Be a mountain. You know, if you're an island in the Pacific, you're actually a very tall mountain. Interesting. Stand your ground. I'm an Aquarius, and I've been told so many times that Aquariuses just kind of don't really want to commit to anything. We're kind of flighty. We're off in our own world. We're in our head, okay? But I'm always reminding people that once an Aquarius finds a cause they truly believe in, we are a mountain to move, because we are so standing our ground. Stubborn standing our ground. The only way we're going to get to the point where we're healing the earth again, we get from this completion into protecting the future and melting that ice in that dragon's lair, is by standing our ground. No more being silent, good people. Evil flourishes when good men do nothing. Now, I'm not saying take up arms. There's most effective way you can stand your ground and be a mountain is figure out how you can vote. No matter what they're trying to pull to stop you from doing that, there will be a way, because you're persevering and standing your ground. This next deck that I'm using is a new one for this message. This is the Untethered Soul deck by Mark Singer. It's the first time I've really used this deck. It has amazing messages. That's the back of the cards. There really is no, it's just the front of the card is the message, but it connects to a category that is on the back of the card. So, what's our message? Help us untether our souls. What is our message? Okay. This is from the Feeling Yourself category. Whoop. Sorry. Feeling Yourself category. The purpose of spiritual evaluation is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Oh my. Wow. Yes, Spirit, I heard that. This deck will now be incorporated into the Saturday Solutions as a permanent one. Holy wow. The purpose of spiritual evaluation is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Then the fear-mongering doesn't work anymore. And it's a heck of a lot easier to stand your ground. What an amazing reading. Thank you, guys. Thank you, your energy connecting to me for this. Wowee. Thank you. I want to say please come to Lightworkers Roundtable this next week. I have a surprise guest. You'll find out tomorrow, well, maybe later today, who that is. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, I do the midweek minis live stream. It's 2 hours, middle of the day on Wednesdays. Well, middle of the day on the West Coast on Wednesdays. Bring your questions. They're free readings. You want to know something personal about your life? I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to buy a house, whatever. Come bring your question. Let's do it. It's free. I love you guys. I'm going to send you on your way and on your weekend and on the start of your week. Remember to stand your ground so that we can prepare. We're in a completion. Stand your ground so that we can prepare to rebuild and remake new systems to replace the systems that are no longer working. For the world as a whole, but in this country, for everybody. Everybody. I thank you. Be kind to one another this week, please. As much as you might have a tendency to want to tell someone off, pardon me, to tell someone off that might be confronting you. Part of standing your ground and part of being a mountain is knowing when to allow the avalanche. I'll leave you with that thought. Be kind to one another. Most of all, be kind, gentle, and tender with yourself. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.